Hey, what's up, Rob?
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
Doing okay. I'm feeling like I'm in a rut. Like I'm doing the same thing every day over and over again.
You need something new in your life.
Yes, desperately.
I got just the thing.
You do? Is it legal?
It is, and it's free.
No way, dude. What is it?
It's a little something I like to call "Don't Wake Daddy."
What's that?
Well, it's not the board game from, our childhood, but it's a podcast featuring our three best friends.
Even better.
And they talk about all of the childhood board games that we used to play.
Yeah, so they play them and talk about them?
They play them first, and then they basically just explain the lore involved and where it was created. They also talk about their experiences with it. They actually just put out their first episode today.
Don't Wake Daddy podcast is what you called it.
Yeah, Don't Wake Daddy.
And so these are our three very best friends. So obviously you're talking about Scott Eikenberry, Marino Alexakis, a.k.a. Stukers, and Joe Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Oh,
those three guys, they got together and they just said, let's make the best podcast I've ever heard. And then there you go.
Yeah, and they managed to make the second best podcast. In the history of podcasts.
They don't know that yet, but it is.
Yeah,
it's the second best.
That's a huge thing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Huge thing. I listened to the first episode, and
really,
it's a banger, man. It's got some really funny. These three people are the weirdest people I've ever met in my life.
Weirdos, and I say it with love.
Yeah, with complete love. But those three are very similar to us two, where we are fucking weird as shit and kind of go off of each other. These three are just like that. So it is very fun.
Let their freak flag fly.
For sure, sure. It's a very fun episode. Go check them out.
Check them out.
Link in the description. Follow, leave them a review. Do whatever you got to do. Share, listen. Yeah. Let them know how it is.
Rate them, give them a review on Apple or whatever, and check them out because it's truly going to be amazing. I'm going to go listen as soon as we're done here.
Yeah,
actually.
Whenever that is, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, hopefully soon. So,
all right. Well,
with that being
good luck,
said,
boys. Super proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, let's start the show.
Happy or sad, it's story time with two fucking idiots.
So, I go to the freezer the other day.
The freezer?
So, yeah, the freezer in my house, and I'm a little sick. I've got a little sinus infection going on.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell my voice is low and sexy right now. So
it's a benefit.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't have any ladies to call on the phone. But anyway, so I go to my freezer. Took the day off of work, and I pull out a chocolate chip cookie pre-wrapped, like a big one,
Nice. That's where it's at.
And I fucking bite into that little bitch, you know what I'm saying? I fucking take a little bite.
Mm-hmm.
It's oatmeal raisin.
Oh, no.
It was not chocolate chip.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and now I have trust issues. So
that's the only way you can develop those.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with any of my past relationships.
Just cookies.
That goddamn cookie, bro.
To be fair, some oatmeal raisin cookies do look similar to chocolate chips. So I don't blame you for not knowing that.
Thank you. Maybe it was
I enjoy oatmeal raisin.
I do too. But it's
you're expecting grade A, just premium FDA approved fucking chocolate goodiness.
Chips. Just
and you get the Quaker guy's ashes.
Yeah, literally the Quaker guy drops his nuts in your mouth and then you're like, why?
All right, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
This is episode 29. And Rob, speaking of games, we just talked about our buddies podcast.
I think we must have.
This episode is brought to you by
29. What is it?
29. It's the highest score you can get in a single hand in cribbage. That's what I got.
Cribbage. Okay. Let me ask America. Raise your hand if you've ever fucking played cribbage. What are you talking?
I have,
Shut
bro.
up. No, you haven't.
Yeah, man. I'm old man. So, no, about like 6 or 7 years ago, I was working, and a bunch of guys at lunch were like, "Hey, we're gonna play cards and stuff," and I was like,
Okay.
"Cool, I'm definitely down." And they
Were
were
you
like, "We're
working
gonna."
down at the mine or like the factory?
Yeah.
Is it like a cardboard box in an alley behind the building or what?
It was all of those things.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I learned how to play cribbage, and let me tell you, man, it is mostly playable. It's not like the most fun I've ever had in my life.
It's bearable.
Yeah, it's bearable.
Yeah.
You get these little pegs and you fucking put them all over you gotta, anyway.
So it's not just cards. You gotta props.
It's like a point system. You gotta like go around and you get points for certain. I can't remember how to play. It's been so long since I played.
Man. Yeah,
but
no, thank you.
There was a lot of shit talking at the table.
Really?
Because I think you play with a partner. And across the table is normally where the other people are. Sure. And there was a lot of shit talking. And I never really participated because mostly I was always forgetting how to play,
of course,
for the most part. But it was
self-deprecating, I'm sure.
You're like,
what does 2 queens do? Huh? I have 2 queens. What does it mean?
No, that was when we played euchre. You ever played that game?
No, dude. You're just lining them up. Old people card games. Let's go.
Euchre's good because you play with a partner, but you can also decide not to play with a partner during a certain round. If you think you can win, basically, by yourself, you get like ultra points. I can't remember what it is.
You say fuck your partner and you just
but if you don't win, it's like embarrassing. And a couple of times I was like, it's called going alone. I was like, I'm going in alone.
Oh no!
And the person I was playing,
the old guys, were you playing with from your work?
Not old, but definitely. I think it's a Wisconsin thing, dude. I think it's a Wisconsin thing. They just like it's too cold there.
Yeah, they're 90. Yeah.
So I mean cribbage. The highest score 29. You can get in one hand is 29.
I don't know how you
episode 29
me into it, but I want to play both of those games now. So
all right, well,
I used to play Conasty.
That's the oldest game of all time.
I used to get Conasty with it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know what that is, honestly, but I just know it sounds like an old person game.
Yeah, my ex's grandma and their whole family played, so played that in dominoes.
Please tell me you did the Conasty line in front of the grandma.
No, I'm going to the next time I see her, though. You best believe it. I still see her, obviously, because we are linked by one very specific, cute little boy.
Sure.
My son, if this is the first time anyone's ever listened, I'm not a child trafficker.
Yeah. We're linked by one special little boy.
Yeah, like I don't.
Not my son.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yes, my son. I don't need a cue.
I didn't know that was the ex you were talking about. I thought it was like some old person. Different person. Well, you've had a lot of exes, Rob.
And they all live in Texas, like I'm George Strait.
I can't confirm or deny that.
None of them live in Texas. Not a single one. I'm not that cool.
It's too far.
It is. That would be very far. Almost as far as Nevada.
Yeah. I'd say about double. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, probably. That would be my guess.
I'm not good at like doing that math.
Yeah. I am good at everything. So, but anyway,
pretty good. Yeah, you're pretty good. Yeah.
Just in general, you mean it?
Just in general. No, your math skills on the fly scare me. Actually,
yeah.
I'm a little intimidated. I mean, most of my life is like numbers and doing like quick stuff, but like the last podcast that we were giggling about some 65-year-old lady graduating from high school.
Baby, you better believe it.
I was like, when was she born? As like just a rhetorical question because my brain doesn't work like that. And within 2 or 3 seconds, you were like 1956, I think. And like me, I'm not gonna get that answer right away. It's weird.
I was a gifted and talented kid. That's what.
You can sing, dance.
Well, no. In school, they had gifted and talented. like once a week, and they would come pull like 8 or 9 kids out of class that they thought were super smart. And eventually I think people were like, can you not call them gifted and talented? Like, what about the rest of us?
Wait, what would they do with you? Just take you to Dairy Queen?
No. This was like a lot of mutual friends we have probably.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Yeah, seriously. That is the funniest line of any movie ever.
For sure.
That movie catches some flack because now looking back on it, people are like,
that's a hilarious movie.
Johnny
I don't care.
Knoxville.
The Ringer we're talking about.
The Ringer. But it really did take a pretty respectful. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I'm talking
gifted
about,
and talented kids that get on a bus.
They started calling it Excel. No, we would go to like the library, and like we did
just pat each other on the backs.
Yeah, just sit around and talk about how great we are. I was
You're
like,
gifted
Mary
and talented. Thank you.
Talented G&T baby. We did like a murder mystery once where we had to actually collect evidence and do like fingerprints and stuff. It was just like things to activate our brains, I guess. They like thought we were smart.
Wait,
so they wanted
what school did this take place in? Was I in the same school?
I don't think so. This was in
Thank God. Oh God.
Pleviac?
Okay, good.
Right, for 4th and 5th grade? Yeah.
4th and 5th graders aren't gifted or talented.
Oh, bro. I beg to differ, dude. Okay. Every other person in my gifted and talented class has gone on to do great things, man. Every single one of them but me, my guy.
Well, you were there. That's all that matters, basically.
I mean, I would just rather be full of potential and no follow through, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much work on that backside of it. Like, you want people to know that you're gifted and talented, but you don't really have to like succeed or execute it on any level. Yeah,
I can hold on to that forever.
This podcast is basically like just stumbling forward. Basically, we're just we're like 3 or 4 feet from the start. We haven't really gotten far, but that's mostly because I'm carrying so much of the load. Like. I'm not gifted or talented. I didn't have that. I didn't have that. Not. Yeah. I didn't have that mean class in school.
Yeah, for sure. I look back on it and I'm like, that's pretty fucked up. We could have just stayed in social studies. Like, why?
They could have called it anything. They could have been like, they're in a pre-lunch program or something. Something that's a little less like demeaning.
Seriously. And I think we all call we have gifted and talented today. The other people probably like, fuck those kids. Dude.
Me? I can't handle when I'm like not included in things sometimes.
I know you can't. That's a good point.
I would have like snapped several mechanical pencils.
Oh, yeah.
Watching the group of gifted and talented people. Actually, you know what I would have probably done? While they were like getting called up, I would have been trying to like show that I was just as gifted and talented. I would have like pulled a recorder out of my bag, like, hot cross buns.
Yeah.
Hot cross buns.
And they would have been like, you know what? Get your ass over here. It would have been like when you were playing in that first concert we ever played and you decided to play along with the All American Rejects because you thought there was a record producer in the building.
Yeah, that didn't happen. But
oh, man.
I don't think I ever learned that story from you. Gifted and talented. No, that's hilarious.
I guess I forget that I was smart when I was young, you know? Because I dropped out of honors English after my freshman year because I didn't do my summer project in between freshman and sophomore year.
I do remember a lot of times talking to you about just, general school stuff, because Robbie and I did not go to the same high school.
No.
But we went to the same middle school together.
I sobbed because I thought we weren't going to be friends anymore.
Listen, my mom just kept driving me to your house. We just kept it up. We knew that this pod was going to happen.
Yeah, thank you, Vic.
No, but I remember talking to you about like, oh, yeah, what's your thesis going to be about or something, because most schools are on the same program. And I swear there was like multiple instances where you were like, yeah, I just didn't do it.
Yeah, I did not.
It's like a week late. What's the point? I was always like, what? Like, what are you doing?
I pretended that, and I was in advanced math. Like I started in the sophomore class or whatever, and then just got like C- the whole time, because I just didn't. I would do good on tests, and then.
Well, it's hard for you because you've always been like the center of attention and like into like popular things.
Yeah.
I've told this to many people. Whenever I hung out with you ever, I could hang out with you today. And I swear to God, your phone will go off fucking 45 times with other people FaceTiming you, requesting to hang out. And like,
Sure.
It's my time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for sure, it's not a big deal, but I definitely have driven home sometimes been like, you can't just put his phone on airplane mode. Like, I don't understand. Like I'm making the effort. I don't
feel
care
like
that
this, you're usually joking around, but this is this feels raw and vulnerable.
No, it's not raw, but it's definitely true though.
Big gulp of
you are
water.
the most popular person in the world, and it's
I was the prom king my junior year of high school.
I was upset my junior year that my girlfriend and I in high school weren't prom king and queen. I didn't even want it, but when somebody else got it,
then
I was
you're
like, oh, fuck.
Why them?
I remember her being like, why are you upset? And I was like, 'cause the world always shines on Greg or whatever. I don't know what I said. I was definitely dramatic about it.
Oh, it's probably Noel or something.
My senior year, I think everybody collaborated to pull a Sanjaya moment and
Really?
like vote for like the dork of the school.
Nice. Like Carrie, did they dump blood on him or was it like,
No, I think it was like mostly nice, but also like kind of mean because
A little bit
everybody knows that like
yeah.
Carl didn't deserve it.
Fucking Carl, bro.
Dude,
does not have
okay.
a great reputation around here. Is
So-
it a C or a K?
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
So we had our last kickball game on Monday, and as a like celebratory thing, some people wanted to like grill brats and stuff before the game because it was a really late game. It was like 8:50.
Yum.
So we were there at like 7. Everybody's kind of hanging out. Everybody brought like a dish and stuff. It was very fun. And I told some stories because I can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect.
I like
anything less.
can't stop. If there is a small smidge of something that I can kind of correlate to something that I'm about to say, it's coming out. It's coming out. So I was talking about something and I mentioned that somebody brought one of those Pyrex dishes with the plastic cover that you get.
Buckle
right?
up. Yeah.
So I immediately ding 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 in my head. I brought a sweet potato dish to my dad's house. Sorry, Dad. And I brought it to his house and I was like, yeah, you could just warm it up or whatever. And my dad didn't realize that the plastic part was not oven safe.
Oven safe?
Oven safe. So
right,
it was like
Steph.
a glass. Yeah, it was a glass
Yeah.
case, So that was sitting on the table and I immediately go into that story and I tell a good story. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, I'm like,
details.
in 3 seconds, the whole house smells horrible because the plastic burning and the melting.
Yep.
And like, I just remember as a joke, I was like, yeah, I looked at my dad and I was like, way to go, Dad. The whole house smells like a burning cat now. and I think I said something about like, oh yeah, real Carl move. Cause Carl is like my go-to name
I can
for like
tell.
a goofy thing that happens. And then the rest of the night, people were dropping Carls left and right. And like people,
You
like if
strike
people
out.
like, yeah, if people like made like a misplay, they were like, oh, way to go, Carl.
Way to go,
Like,
Carl.
Now
Yeah.
it's just a thing now. It's
I
very
love
funny.
that. You
Very
started
funny.
that movement.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
your
a groundbreaker.
your Father's Day post to your dad was hilarious.
Oh.
it made me laugh out loud. You're like, yeah, well, you're welcome for
yeah,
making you a dad.
I think it was just like Happy Father's Day, although I am the reason that you were even a father in the first place.
all this possible, yeah.
I'll celebrate on a different day, I guess.
Yeah.
So have a
That
good
was
day
fun.
or something like
You're
that.
rolling. I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
man.
we might be sharper these days because we're.
I'm getting a lot of vitamin D out here. Just keep me sharp between the eyes or whatever
Yeah.
they say. Ears? Is it
I
ears?
think so.
Eyes is not that far. Anyway,
Yeah, that's a pretty specific place.
I have been wearing my glasses more
Okay.
because I'm fully vaxxed, so no mask, right?
Yeah,
Nope,
fuck
don't need
masks, dude, for sure.
And I wore my glasses like 70% of the time, I
Yeah.
think. Like pretty decent amount. And I got a lot of weird comments this week because there's been a lot of people that have never seen me with glasses.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me because obviously who cares? I know that I have glasses. I'm not ashamed of being a blind bitch.
Sure.
Um,
Whoa. Don't talk about my friend Jordan like that. Damn.
But a lot of people were like, "Are those your reading glasses?" And I was like, "No, they're just I'm just not good at seeing."
Yeah.
And then like random people were just like, "You have glasses?" And I'm like, "Yeah, 90% of the world does." I don't.
Yeah. Like, sorry, I
understand.
wore contacts. I don't.
Are they too stylish for you?
Yeah,
Like,
they're pretty stylish. You look pretty good.
It's kind of hot in here right now, just because of all the compliments.
Because of you. Heyo.
How was your week, dude?
Super boring and lame. I've been sick, so did a lot of laying around.
The cookie incident.
The cookie incident. It made me sick, and I had to call out of work because that oatmeal raisin. Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, Father's Day was pretty tough.
Yeah.
I did get to see Sawyer for a few, which was nice. And Sawyer bought me like a gift card to go play golf somewhere. I'm sure it was, our word. I don't know if I should say her name. I don't know if she would want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
But
she's a freak. She wants it.
Okay. Definitely. But anyway, so I'm gonna enjoy that,
Yeah.
And I just
cool.
been battling from being sick, which is tough because I'm a big old baby, bro. When I'm sick, I'm such a baby.
Samesies right here.
I get a little bit of, and it doesn't help now because with my job, if I'm even a little bit sick, I'm supposed to call in,
Sure.
because of what's going on.
Yeah.
But then I feel like an asshole, so
yeah,
I am an asshole, so.
That brings me to a point that I wanted to bring up.
That I'm an asshole. Yeah, okay.
No, not that.
No.
I had a thought the other day because somebody at work was talking and, just somebody that isn't as clever or funny.
Yeah,
or
it's not allowed.
Fun as yeah.
If you're not talking, there better be silence. That's what I've always said. But.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, he's one of these people.
Just waiting around like someone's looking at you like, is he going to say it?
So anyway, it's this guy who he makes like the easy comment.
Oh yeah, okay.
And to me, I'm more,
refined.
I'm more professional than
polished.
that. Like, like there's a difference between like the funny guy at the water cooler and like a professional comedian. And like I am closer to the professional comedian.
We've made like $3 total from this podcast, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So technically we're professional podcasters. We're comedians. But carry on.
Exactly. Okay. So I started thinking to myself, like, this guy's kind of annoying to me. And it's not his fault. He's just not as funny as us.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big deal. But I started thinking, like, what if I met me? Like, what if I was in the room while I wouldn't shut the fuck up about something? Would I think what would I think of myself? And I ultimately came to the conclusion that I probably wouldn't like me. And I'd be like, this fucking guy thinks he's so fucking cute.
Yeah.
He thinks he's got a story for everybody. Oh, the Pyrex lid melts. Yeah. Like, I feel like I would not enjoy myself.
That's a really good point because, like, if I met myself as me right now, same personality, I'd be competing with myself.
Yeah. You that's the thing. I think I would look at myself and be like, this fucking guy thinks he's got stories. Oh, I got fucking stories. Like, and the rest of the room would just be like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, yeah. I feel like, oh, man. I don't know, though, because I feel like we're not that egocentric. Obviously, if someone else is funny, we'll add. Well, it's hard to say because we kind of built each other. You know what I mean? Like, we are who we are because we've been friends for so long.
Yeah.
Mostly, like, I influenced you in the funny department, but...
Yeah, like, mostly the opposite, but yes.
Yeah. Like,
exactly.
Like 75-25, right?
Yeah.
75 me for
75.
No, me.
Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, so we build. Like, if I see you being funny, I get excited, right?
Sure.
And how often do we run into someone as funny as we are?
Never.
I'd say never happened ever. So if we bumped into us, I might get pumped depending on the crowd.
That's true. Let's be honest though, you would fight yourself. I feel like you'd be like, oh yeah, rough and rowdy,
rough and rowdy, baby. God, I hope they are having a event soon. I don't know how to do this. But.
I just thought that question, like I thought about that answer for a long time.
What if
and I
you
think
met
it's
me?
a funny. If I met you, I already know you.
Well, I know, but if you didn't know me and you were living in Reno, and then like I showed up to kickball as one of your friends.
Honestly,
and I was like,
if I didn't know you,
be honest, dude.
I'm trying to think. Like, if I didn't know you, I would for sure. I think for sure, be like, this dude is out of a fucking cannon, man.
Yeah.
Like he is just. Me and him are just hitting it off. I don't fucking know what's happening right now.
You're being a little nice right now. I'd hate your fucking guts, Jordan. Okay.
No, I would probably be quiet, but I would probably be like, this dude is bald.
Be like,
which is interesting.
Ooh, that's a big bald ass boy. That's a bald ass boy.
No, it's too hard to contemplate what that would be like.
It is tough, you know.
Like I would probably look at you right out of the gate and be like, is he gifted and or talented? Is he, or am I just getting vibes?
Is yes, my friend.
There you go.
Like,
that's awesome.
Is this a GNT?
That's a hard question to answer though. The if you met yourself one.
Hold
I
on,
feel like I feel like psychiatrists need to bring that up just to be like, would you like yourself? I don't know.
And I don't mean this in a super cocky way, but like definitely as confident as you can be about being better than everybody else. But I don't think I've ever met another me, you know?
I truly believe that, yeah.
I hope everyone feels that way. But when I contemplate,
there's Carls a dime a dozen.
Yeah, true.
Like, there's too many fucking Carls in this world.
Big time. I saw a Carl sliding in on some girl's status the other day. Trying to be funny or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she just posted she's in a relationship on Facebook like 2 days ago, Carl. Read the room.
Carl.
Read the fucking room. And he starts like trying to be slick and like funny. And I'm like, shut up, you loser. You know? What a Carl.
I think it's funny that in some like segments of this podcast throughout the last 29 episodes, we get into these moments where we're like, we're so funny, we're the fucking coolest people alive, but in reality, we're like so self-deprecating and I hate myself.
Just am literally trying to convince myself when I say it out loud.
Steph literally has to like try to get me to go do things. With other people. She's like, they like you. And I'm like, why would anybody want to do that for a living? Hang out with me.
Bro, honestly, you should invite yourself.
We
don't have to get into details here, but I think you should go. There
was several people talking about going to golf, and Steph was like, why don't you bring it up? And I was like, I can't invite myself. It's so weird.
I don't know. You know,
I mean, I could maybe be like, yeah, there's nothing to do on a Saturday.
If it's only 3 guys, then you almost have to, you know?
I don't know how many it is. So.
And here's my other question.
Should I just show up?
Yes, absolutely. But you're going to have to start early and just hit all of them until you find them.
Just like sit in the cart right outside like the clubhouse.
Yeah. Find out their tee time and get the one right before it. So you're like about to tee off. You're like, what the hell are you guys doing here? I didn't know you golfed.
I didn't hear you while I was standing right next to you guys talking about golfing.
Oh, man, what a coincidence. We're here at the same time. But what if they're so good, though? That's what would make me nervous about golf.
I don't care about golf so much. So, like, I feel like this is going to sound so fucking cocky, but I feel like my ability to like tell a story or make fun of myself will just mitigate any sort of golfing issues that I currently have.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like I could like, let's like I hit like a bad drive, like immediately I'm gonna be like, oh, my friend Robbie has so much bad drives. You know what I mean? Like I would definitely bring you up first and like, what? No.
You throw me under the bus?
Yeah, I'd fucking toss you right there, man.
Dude, right honestly, there. I would fucking jump in front of that bus for you, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Under it or just
under it, in front of it, I'd hang off the back in like a funny cartoony way. It's like blowing me in the wind. I'd be like behind it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whatever you needed, bro. Because it's Hot Boy Summer. I said it last week. Do you need me to rip these sleeves off and show the guns again?
No, the guns were too much. We're going to get pulled from YouTube. No, don't do it.
Totally could have, too.
How's your sunburn, your Larry Lobster situation going on?
I've pretty much evened out. If everyone wants to take... Should I take my shirt off?
I mean... No, we could just upload it to... Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But my back is so itchy, dude. My back, I don't know why it's I'm sorry. I'm getting text messages, which I'm so embarrassed about because you just called me.
I literally just said it. You know who texts me?
Who?
Me. I text myself.
Okay.
I'm like, remember milk or whatever.
I text you back sometimes. Every couple.
No,
okay.
You're fine, man. I am the worst at answering texts, I think. Okay, no, you're the worst. I'm pretty bad.
It's not a competition, and if it were, I would win because I do win most competitions.
All you do is win, win.
No matter what.
You got money on your mind?
I could never get enough. I haven't been able to, at least up until this point in my life. So. But yeah, I don't text people back and they text me, and it's not because I don't want to talk to them. It's because I'm too good to talk to them. You know what I mean?
No, I think it's a good thing. Like, it's almost like at work, I think George Costanza said, like, he doesn't want to be the guy to answer emails because then people know that he'll answer emails. So if you just never answer a text, people are like, God, he's just so busy. I better keep texting him so that he knows that I'm alive.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to keep him wanting, you know?
Yes, and then it's like, you know, kind of like the daddy issues. It's like you're always looking for your dad's approval. I'm your daddy.
There we go.
Specifically, you.
Me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sounds good.
Sorry, David, but I'm his daddy now. No, I just feel like I should stop talking about depression. You know, when you like make jokes about something too many times, then people start to like worry about you because like you haven't felt like yourself in years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to let people know that that's, you know. So anyways, don't text me or do, but not while I'm doing the podcast. I'll put it on airplane mode right now.
Yeah, just gotta
see that orange dot.
I don't see it, but I'll just take your word for it. It's no big deal.
You should.
I mean, mine, I never really have to put it on airplane mode because there's like, my grandma doesn't have a phone, so like she's not gonna be able to contact me.
Yeah.
And like
she just upgraded her cable.
I don't. Like I don't do push notifications, so like Candy Crush can wait. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to let me know.
You don't throw all the push on Candy?
Dude,
Candy Crush?
I hate the fucking notifications so much. Especially when I'm like in the middle of like showing somebody something, because it's like a lot of like news stuff and like
it's like Roman sensitivity swipes on their way, and then you're like, I don't premature ejaculate. So
no, yeah, I'm just a normal guy, you know.
Yeah.
No big deal. Just normal guys with a normal podcast, you know.
Normal podcast.
You know, we do have some friends now that have some podcasts or have a podcast, and it's like it's not a competition, but it's like,
are we doing it?
Nah,
I'm just Should we talk about it?
No,
it's not a competition, Jordan. Because we're clearly the better podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm so happy for those guys.
Yeah, me too.
I'm pumped that like somebody else is like realizing their dream, you know, of being the second best podcast.
Rude. Oh man. But so true. Did you prepare that statement?
No, I love those guys. So
I got to be honest, I haven't listened yet.
I listened first thing this morning. I was just like jacked. I was like, because I had talked to Stuke for probably like months about like what they were planning, how they were gonna do it and stuff. So I was kind of like invested almost, and like I want to know what it was like, you know, what it's gonna sound like and stuff. So
yeah, I just am like really pumped for them for sure.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. It makes me want to start another podcast, like just so we can, not a board game podcast, but
we'll review playground games.
Yeah, playground games. Just games in general.
Totally different than theirs. Yeah.
Yeah.
When do we challenge them to a boxing match or something? Right away. Podcasts?
Just right away.
Okay. Well, 2 versus 3. I think that is still a little unfair.
Yeah.
In our direction.
Steph will join. She'll just be she'll try her best. She'll go after the ankles and the knees. I
wouldn't put it past Steph to be a fucking
dirty
ball breaker. What?
Nothing.
A dirty bitch? Is that what you're gonna say? Bro, you are getting Conasty tonight, bro.
You know what makes me laugh? Almost every podcast, I bring her up in a positive but sort of negative way. You know what I mean? I build her up, but I also am she needs to relax. And
emotional abuse. Yeah, exactly.
So the Saturday podcast, sometimes we can't watch it together because either she's busy or we're out or whatever. But the Wednesday one, I race home and I'm excited to watch. And I sometimes forget what we talked about. And there's parts where she comes up and we'll be eating and she'll just look at me what is about to be said. And I'm all good things. I'm pretty sure
hope
all good stuff. And sometimes we make fun of her and she's just I'm coming back on. I need to defend myself.
I literally assume she's just waiting outside the door at all times.
She probably is.
And if she knew what I was saying right now, she'd be running through it.
You know who does love her just unconditionally? Our good friend Matt McClure.
Matt McClure loves
Steph. He is obsessed. He said that we should have a Steph segment every Saturday. She just comes on and she's like, you know what really grinds my gears? But he commented on the last video that when Steph was in it. And
with all due respect to all the women involved, he does have a soft spot for blondies with big personality.
Brains. Yeah.
Brains. Yep.
Yeah.
He sure does. So
we would love to see them all. Anyway.
All your personalities.
So
I've been thinking about something the other day or today.
The other day or today? Which one?
The other today. I was thinking about it the other today.
I love how one of us makes a typo, a verbal typo, and the other one just can't let it go. We're just what did you just say, you fucking moron?
When you said the Antarctica place, which I feel like you did it mildly on purpose, I was like...
Not really. I just
I was foaming at the mouth. I was so excited to just tear you the fuck apart.
Yeah. When you said we went fat first.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead. You were thinking about something either yesterday or today, whatever it was.
You and I like to get way too into and affected by idioms or whatever, right? We talked about it, colloquial sayings.
As the crow flies.
Yes, exactly. And earlier I said bite the bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, is that about fucking killing yourself, dude? Bite the bullet? What else could it mean, right?
I want to think like Civil War. They were just cutting your leg off because you fucking scratched your ankle.
Okay.
And they were giving you something to bite down on so you weren't in crazy pain or something. I'm assuming that's where it kind of came from, but
now and
I don't know.
But that makes perfect sense what you just said.
But
in modern times, I was like, you fucking. Wouldn't that hurt your teeth too? Then are you
I would imagine.
It's Major Pain. Have you ever seen that movie?
I did a long time ago, yeah.
And he's like, let me take your mind off your fucking gunshot wound. And he breaks their finger. Spoiler alert.
Oh, man, that's rough. Do you remember in the middle school we had that Civil War doctor reenactment come to our school? It was only for gifted and talented kids, so
yeah, I was out by then. I took a stand. I said, "We're all gifted and talented."
You don't remember that? I'm
pretty. It rings a bell, but not specifically.
They had a fake doctor come out and show you what a surgery would look like back then, and I still can hear the saw, sawing a bone. I'm sure it was some sort of PVC pipe or something, but
Or this guy was a lunatic and was like, they'll never know this is a real human bone.
Yeah, exactly. But it was like a fake setup. So like somebody was like on a gurney and there was like fake blood and people were in like Civil War garb. Yeah, not electric. Like a bone saw. Like it sounded horrible. Anyway, I don't know why I thought of that, but yeah, fuck being alive back then, dude.
Yeah. I would have just bit the bullet. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you tie it all together. There you go.
Put a little bow on it, send it down the river. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway.
What do you got going on this week?
What's today? Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
Little baseball practice next or tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Sawyer, yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to have his first game Saturday.
So there's a funny story.
Of course.
Sorry.
Great. If I just met you right now, I'd fucking hate you. No, I'm just kidding. Please, I want to hear it.
When I was in, T-ball, whatever it was, my uncle, who you know, my awesome...
Yeah, I know that guy.
My awesome uncle. He had a video camcorder, whatever, so it was probably this fucking huge, and he was just, like, watching me play. And he thought it'd be funny to use the zoom feature on the camera by not looking at me running around probably the wrong direction around the bases. He was just zooming in on girls' tits.
No way.
On the video.
No way.
But they're 1993 tits, like grainy footage.
Man.
But my mom was not pleased that this cherished memory is now tarnished by cleavage.
By the Cleveland Oilers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I can't
Wow.
imagine like the conversation that took place like in real time, but now it's obviously a funny story and I'm sure everybody would laugh about it. But
she's like, oh my God, let me see Jordan's first hit.
Dude, can you even imagine like the balls Chris had to just be like, you know what?
It's his fucking camera.
They'll like
dude,
this
you
in
know?
30 years.
Yeah, in 30 years they'll think this is hilarious.
Your
dad probably thought it was fucking funny.
My dad was probably like, how could you? Wink.
Yeah. He's like, hey, Chris, those are some bazongas on that lady, right?
We probably have the video somewhere. I don't know where it would be at this point, but I can't even imagine having the thought of being like, you know what? This is my time.
Yeah.
This is for me. I don't even have dial-up. I have dial-up internet. I need this.
Yeah, well, if we're being straight up, the P word was not as easily accessible back in the day.
Do you think that the ladies were like, what is he videotaping? Because like now you could probably wear like
They're
a
only
GoPro.
like 15 feet away.
Yeah, like
dude,
you could probably wear like something more like, hidden.
Yeah.
You could even
You
like
just get a
be
drone.
you could even be like texting in a way that like looks like, you know what I mean? Like not that I would ever do that. Never.
You seem to have a pretty firm grasp on different options, but I'll
you're
let it
talking
slide.
like the biggest video recorder, like even a one that you can buy from like Best Buy or something was probably like a fucking
Still had
microwave attached
He
to
was
your
like
fucking
holding
handle.
it sideways.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he was just taking a nap.
Yeah.
Zooming in on the
Yeah,
boobies.
I gotta ask him more about that. He will definitely explain it. We need to have him on and explain it himself.
Honestly, he would be crazy. Episode 30 coming up.
Episode 30.
That's crazy.
We know what that one is because
Uh-huh.
we talked about it on episode 20.
We did?
Yeah, I said episode 20 XX. One more. It's porn.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah,
We're going to jerk off on camera. What?
All right. Well, episode 29.
Yeah, on that note.
Episode 29 in the books. We are just fucking plowing ahead, dude. 2 episodes a week. Leave us an email. twofuckingidiotspod@gmail. That'd be great.
Yeah, we really appreciate everyone listening and everyone who's still here at this point. If you enjoyed it,
give us a follow.
send it out to a friend, follow, like,
do whatever
the whole
you want.
9 yards.
Yeah. If you think
I'm really
somebody in
enjoying
your
doing it,
life would
so.
enjoy the best thing they've ever heard, like,
Yeah.
just send it their way, you know? Let
If
them
you
decide.
have if you have people in your life that are secure enough to understand that they will never be as funny as we are, you know what I mean? It's like if like a true beta that can look at us alphas and understand that we are the kings of the jungle, me specifically, then send them the video.
If
you
if you or anybody you know is a beta Carl simp fuck, you just gotta
cucking little.
You gotta just deal with it and just listen and be a part of the community.
Listen to our podcast. Yeah. You can see what it's like to be on top of the food chain for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
45 minutes every couple days, you know.
Yeah, and we got a schedule. It's not like we're just doing it randomly and you're like, I don't know when they're gonna be on. Wednesdays and Saturdays, Carl. Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Get in the premiere, god damn it.
Yeah.
Carl.
I don't know if the premiere thing's working, man. It seems like a lot of work, and it's also at like a weird time. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
I think people.
I mean, whatever you want, man.
I mean, we can still do it. Still, I mean, we don't have to have this argument on camera.
No. Yeah. No, let's not have an argument on camera. But yeah.
Like us on Instagram.
Premieres on Wednesdays. Yeah, seriously, we just put out a hilarious video of us laughing our penises off.
Yep, we are penisless.
Which only took a couple minutes, so obviously,
it
wasn't that much laughing.
Just a couple of giggles, and mine was just like gone.
Yeah, like in a slug.
Yeah,
just like slid.
Oh, it's a slug. Mine like jumped off. It was like, wow. Oh, yours is like,
mine's lazy.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Mine was like, I told you I'm depressed, so he's overworked right now.
All right. Well, episode 29 in the books. Follow us on all the Instagram and all that other shit that I put in the description. I'll put it on the screen because I just...
Thanks for sticking around, you fucking idiots. Yeah. We love you guys.
Love you guys. Thank you for listening. Episode 29, 2fuckingidiotspot@gmail. All that other shit. See you later.
Happy or sad, it's story time with two fucking